Well, it's time for our United update. And today we have from the United Board, Anthony Liberatore. He's going to talk about their Water Conservation Ad Hoc Committee. Primarily, we're going to talk about, which has been an ongoing subject, the replacement of the toilets and what is going to be compliant and what will not be, right?
That's correct.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me. To our shareholders and everybody at home, we started the commission in July. I was appointed chairman, and we've did a lot of research on this to make sure that we get something that's affordable and something that meets all the requirements of the El Toro Water District, who's under the supervision of the Metropolitan Water District. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, we found that they want us to install toilets that you only use 1.28 gallons per flush and not 2 and 3 gallons per flush. Mm-hmm. So that means we have to be careful that the dimensions inside the toilet will help this 1.28 gallons of water to get stuff through. So right. We want a 3-inch flush valve instead of a 2-inch flush valve. And also the trapway inside the toilet should be at least two inches to help this stuff through. So we've had an expert come in who worked on MAP because we want the toilet to be compliant with ADA requirements and MAP. And so we had a meeting last Thursday. We've selected an appliance and we're ready to go with it. And we're going to hopefully we will qualify for rebates, and we hope we get the money before it runs out.
How hard was this to find? Are there several companies that make a toilet that fits this criteria?
There's actually thousands. I have 48 pages of appliances that qualify. Our driving force, though, was to find something that we could afford, because we still don't have a handle on exactly how many we're going to have to buy, because people have bought toilets, replaced them, and we just don't know. So we needed something that was going to be affordable and also would be compliant. So we started by going to a factory and getting a soft offer. And the soft offer just means I didn't give them any money.
Right.
They just gave me a bid. And so we used that as a base, and then I used Dick Palmer's did a study for third years ago, and that was sort of like a step-off point for me on my research. And then there was another program done up in Toronto, Canada. So from July to now, we've used that to sort of give us a track to run on to find out, what we need to do. And right now we've selected an appliance, and now staff is helping us. They're going to take care of the paperwork to get us our rebates.
Very good.
So it looks like it's going to be a really successful program.
Do you have a cost yet per unit?
Yeah, it's going to be under $100.
Great.
A unit, and it looks like the labor for installing the toilets will be under $80.
Very good.
So it looks really good. We had one discussion, though, that we don't know whether if we have to pay sales tax or not. Some people say we don't need to pay sales tax since we're a charitable organization, but some people are saying, wait a minute, we may have to. So we're not clear on that.
Okay.
And we don't have a solid number yet on how many appliances or toilets we have to buy. And we'd like to get a handle on that so we can give that information to the Maintenance and Construction Committee, and they can forward that on to the regular United Mutual Board so we can put it in our financial perspectives.
Okay. Now, if someone is going to be on their own, as many people have done in United, remodeling their own bathroom, they must fit this criteria as well, correct?
Well, the law says right now if you're replacing a toilet, you can replace it with a 1.68 gallon per flush.
Okay.
But if you're remodeling, then you have to go to a 1.28 gallon per flush. And that has to, the deadline for that is 2019.
Okay.
So United Mutual has 4 years, but it's important since we're responsible for the toilets that we get something going so we can meet those deadlines.
Very good. That's great news that you're able to find something and the rebates will be at hand, and it's just a amount of figuring out how many you need and over
Yes.
the next few years. Do you have once you know the amount you need, do you have kind of a time frame? Or are you waiting for somebody's toilet to fail, or you're just going to go in and say, you're on a schedule here to have your toilet replaced on such and such
Well,
date?
right now, staff on resales are going into the units
Okay.
and seeing what's there now. And hopefully, by doing this resale thing, we can get a kind of a handle on and come up with a percentage of what we think we're
Okay.
going to have to buy. That's the way, and staff's working very diligently on that. And hopefully, we can get a decent number, like maybe 5,000 units, but we really don't know. We don't have a handle on it. And we're not going door to door. We're letting
Right.
staff do the resale and then coming up with a percentage.
All right, very good. Well, I appreciate the information. And anything else you'd like to add? I know you have the meeting to get down to in just a few minutes.
No, I just like to know, let the shareholders of United know that their board is really diligent and working hard on these issues, and we appreciate their support. And they can come to any of the meetings, they're not
Right,
closed.
exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to you. Good to see you.
Take
We'll
care,
be
Ken.
back in just a moment.